himbos. We are the himbos. We are not bimbos. We are the himbos. We are not bimbos. We are the himbos. We are not bimbos. Himbo body, himbo mind, himbo souls, himbo philosophy, himbo fashion, himbo fitness, himbo grooming, himbo science. We are the himbos. We are not bimbos. We are the himbos. We are not bimbos. We are the himbos. Himbos, yeah. Coming gonna tell you how to do your hair.
Here it comes, baby. Oh, fuck me in the butt. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Himbos. It's your boy, the White D'Angelo, Justin Silver, the Granite Songbird, Josh Adam Myers, gallivanting with Jelly Roll, arena tours. Who knows what the fuck that silly bitch is doing? But filling in for him today is one of my bestest friends in the whole wide world, my favorite mook. Chris Faga is with me, everybody.
What's going on, Justin?
It's good to have you.
What is this fucking background? I feel like I'm gonna have an epileptic fit.
There we go, bro. This
Yeah.
is like we really Guido it up. This is your people. Let it go, Chris. Let it go, Jorge. I
thought this was traditional Ukrainian folk music.
You've never like Guidoed out at like nightclubs and shit like that. Like
I used to have to go without the guys that I normally hang out with, just the guys that I'm friends with who promote those kind of parties, and then you can have a good
But
time.
you got into it.
Yeah, sure. I have access to all the drugs.
I know. By the way, my sister's birthday was not something that you would have wanted to come to. It ended up changing a little bit. So that's
really?
why. Yeah, my sister was going to throw this like insane. I showed Chris this video. My sister's neighbor, they live in like the really wealthy part of Long Island,
right?
Jew.
Yeah.
When people say what neighborhood is it, I'm just like Jew.
Yeah,
I don't know which Syosset, Roslyn, blah blah blah. What are they? I don't know. The fucking Jewy part.
They have a kosher dry aged steakhouse. That's all you need to know.
Probably. So she sends me this video of her neighbor who throws this party, and it was. You ever see like I'm trying to explain it to like you ever see like. If you saw Dead Mouse Live, how they build George, you know how they build like that fucking pyramid of like lights and shit.
I went to see Major Lazer in Bermuda, and I know
That kind of thing.
the kind of crazy stage show.
Kind of thing, yeah, that kind of thing. The DJ's up on some fucking pyramid with lights on it. There's lasers everywhere, and they did this like in the neighbor, like in this person's backyard.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go, but you guys were leaving like a little earlier than I could.
So my sister's like, we're gonna do this for our 40th birthday, and I have like twin sisters. They're very cute. All their friends are cute, right? But they're all got those Jewy voices, so I never date any of them. Ladies still available. So Corinne went with me, but like when she showed me what it was going to turn into, it started getting lesser of what you wanted. I was like, now this is
So
turning.
you replaced me with another one of your sisters.
No, well, Corinne was always going to come and be my date on that, but now it just became like this was almost like a slat. This was almost like a techno version of a bar mitzvah wedding. So it wouldn't have been exactly what you wanted. But let me tell you something. I love my family, but they were doing things you shouldn't be doing in the kids' bedrooms. I'm sorry to say.
People were getting blown in there?
No.
Doing cocaine in there?
Yeah. My sister, I'm like my fucking nephew watches cartoons in here. You sick fucks.
They're all still recovering from the nose jobs. They need something to numb that pain.
It's 100% accurate, by the way. 100%. My sister weighs 103 pounds soaking wet. And now she's like, I think Ozempic will be a good thing to just bring this down a notch. I'm like, Lindsay, you're fucking 5'11". Good to have you with me, buddy.
Everybody wants the Ozempic. How do you feel about it?
It's not even something I would consider because that's not my ish.
It has been at points.
What?
Weren't you a fat kid?
I was a chubby kid, but like I was chubby at the appropriate age that somebody who ends up being a little bit more muscular is. You know, like kids who are a little bit more athletic later
so like
are chubby.
15.
Yes,
okay.
15 in my champion sweatpants and my Reeboks and my like belly. Like maybe even before 15, maybe like 12.
You look like a real fucking Masbeth fucking pot dealer. Huh?
Yes. But at 15 is when I got sent to that boarding school, and they regimented your food there because it was.
You had to eat it all off of a cock.
No, you had to like earn food by cleaning. We used to do this thing. This is so funny. Like, it's all boys, so we would have like the boys' dorms, and like do me the favor of like suspend disbelief to not make this as gay as it sounds to understand why this would be funny.
Okay.
Okay. You know how like white guys like how we joke gay.
Okay.
Like guys are like fake. So when we were kids, what we would do is we would fake like hump each other in the hallway, and just like because we had a female dorm
and you nutted once.
we had a female dorm parent. I said, don't do that. We had a female dorm parent. Her name was Kara. So when we and by the way,
I bet Kara had some big titties.
she actually had big titties.
Yeah.
She had big fat titties.
There's
and
no
we
one
all,
named Kara that doesn't have big titties. Go on Instagram and
Can you
find me
do me
a
a favor?
small
Go on
titty Kara.
Instagram, George. Find women named Kara.
And find me one with
Find one
D's
with
or less.
small titties.
I bet you can't.
No, actually, don't. Find me ones with big titties, please.
Well, no. Let's do the search and see if we can find one with small titties, and then we'll look at some of the big titties.
We need to hire another intern just for
It's
this.
theater
part.
of the mind. Justin.
It is theater of the mind. So what we would do is like we knew she'd be when we have to shower. We're like, we'll drive her crazy and freak her out by like we would do these like there's 30 kids in this dorm. So like one would
So you guys
be,
would have a gay orgy to freak out.
no,
your
we'd be
big-tittied-
we'd be fully dressed, but
Okay.
we pretend like one guy pretends he's like humping the guy in the ass, the other guy's laying down, he pretends he's blowing him, he's standing at so we would do this line.
I don't
just-
understand how she knows this if she's in the shower.
No. We were all there's a door and then there's a hallway and the showers are there. So we're like, here, we'll all shower and then afterwards we'll all do this and take too long. Just so she's like, where are you guys? And she would open the door and see this fucking line and she would just go start hysterical crying. The shit you do to entertain yourselves as boys who get in trouble. Listen, it's better than fucking Bad Boys, you know? Like when the guy beat the shit out of the dude with the soda cans and the pillowcase.
That's
Sean Penn was a badass. Was he?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Can we start by talking about this Jake Paul fight?
Sure, I didn't watch it. I don't watch any of those fights.
But
there's
when
too
when
much combat sports entertainment on.
When I asked you about why, but I was like, did you watch this? Because I want to talk about it. And then you said, I don't know why. I was like, we'll talk about why you don't watch these. Because I have like the same opinion of them while I did watch the highlights. But I just want to like kind of just expound upon this.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm not sure. Maybe Jorge could look it up, but I think Jake Paul is a legit heavyweight.
What is he, 185?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was one of the complaints with people is that
well, that's all the fights. The first fight he had was against Nate Robinson, who's A, a basketball player, B, retired, and C, half his size.
Nate is normally 2 weight classes below him.
Yeah,
But-
typically
Right,
he's
Nate-
fighting.
Nate-
yeah, but that's a big deal.
Yeah, like Nate came up to fight at what? Like didn't he fight? When he fought his heaviest, he was at 170?
Maybe.
And that's him, like, and he was in much better shape than he was at this
But
fight.
this is my big look. Go get your fucking money, like all these guys.
Sure.
Like it's like I don't care, but it's like let's all acknowledge. First of all, this is the same company. We all watched that Roy Jones Mike Tyson exhibition where they were both clearly on fucking HGH. Like
Why would you say that?
Mike Tyson's 70 years old,
Yeah, he still can fucking move, huh?
but that's what I'm saying. It's like he was clearly off of his meds and on fucking test and HGH. Like it's like. I'm not saying allegedly. All right, fine. Well,
and we're talking about the two of the greatest phenoms who have ever stepped in a fucking ring.
They declared that fight a draw.
Right.
We all watched it. Mike Tyson clearly won. They wanted
Sure.
to try to eke out a second one out of
Sure.
it, so they called it a draw.
Sure.
And then neither of those guys would come back because they were like, "This is bullshit."
Yeah, they also... Is that me? I'm sorry.
Might be me. Sorry.
I'm sorry about that. No, it's my manager telling me about something that hopefully might happen. I
What-
doubt
what is it?
I don't know. Nothing ever happens. But go ahead. Continue on this. I want to hear
No,
your
so it's like I
point
mean,
on
like after that, it kind of like disillusioned me to the whole thing because I just wanted to watch Tyson fight one more time, and I did, and it was
Yeah.
great. But it's like I don't really have the need to watch these like. There is so much content that exists. I can literally watch two guys dressed like knights swing maces at each other in an MMA cage on YouTube.
Wait, where and
It's
why
called the
don't
Armored.
we go?
It's called the Armored Combat League. There's one that takes place in a cage. There's several of these.
Do they really hit each other with the swords?
Yeah, there's like a point scoring system, but they're wearing armor.
That still hurts. You're in,
yeah, I'm
you're in
sure.
a metal can getting hit by a metal sword.
It does not look
That
fun.
sounds
I
like
don't-
it'd be worse than just getting hit by a sword. What happened to the chair? Listen, here's what it is. Like reality people are interesting just because like you're watching a spectacle. Like the Kardashians, like whoever they are, it's not like whenever you watch these housewife shows, you're like you get into whatever they're doing, not because they do anything special, right? So Jake Paul, I like Jake Paul. He's like
He's getting all the fighters paid.
I get that, but here's my point. He's an interesting dude, right? He is interesting. I think it's cool. He made all this fucking money on YouTube, and then he pivoted to but we're not watching it because we're like, let's watch these two elite athletes do something that we can't do. These were like, first of all, Nate Diaz is a fucking incredible incredible MMA fighter.
Yeah, but he also was probably never going to fight MMA again.
And the weakest of all of his skills is his boxing. His hands are loose.
Sure.
They're all over the place. He could take a hell of a shot, and then he grabs a motherfucker and twists him into a pretzel, right? Boxing is not his thing. Jake Paul's like a dude who's learning how to box. So what I was saying outside, and there's like MMA fighters here today. We were just talking about it. I was like,
Mickey Gall's entourage is here.
yeah, they're all here. So we were like, that to me, like I've seen like guys coming up when I was training, like when I was, I was like sparring with like a few of the Olympic alternates, right? They were a lot lighter than me, but like I was training legit for like 12 years. You would see dudes in gyms who were coming up and they were like 4-0 as a pro, and you were like, the gym would stop to watch these motherfuckers the same way like a comedian who's just head and shoulders above. You're like, this person's like going somewhere clearly. That's what it takes to be a professional for the most part, right? These were just like, that's not Nate Diaz's sport, and Jake Paul's this guy who's learning how to do this, and like that's what it looked like to me. And I was like, it's fun and interesting to watch if you're like, hey, yeah, I'd like to see a gorilla fight an elephant. Well, so, it's interesting in that way.
So here's the thing.
Does that make sense what I'm saying, though?
No, I would way rather watch a gorilla fight an elephant. That is a terrible analogy. Do you understand how much fucking cooler it would be to juice up a fucking gorilla and get it to punch an elephant in the face a bunch of times?
We've watched gorillas fighting on this show a few times.
I've watched it. Oh, it's great.
When they're fighting in the one white gorilla, they're racist against the white gorilla because he's white. He's got, I don't know what's wrong with him. He's like got burned or something like that.
Albino gorillas.
He's an albino gorilla, and the other gorillas, dude, they go at it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A gorilla could beat a.
They probably think it's a ghost.
A gorilla could beat a tiger, don't you think? Silverback. But guys,
Perhaps.
by the way,
a bear definitely could beat a tiger.
Hang on. I want everybody writing it on the comments. Here's the argument. Ready? I'm going to put this on. I don't know if we could. I don't know how to spell this.
They did that.
George, how do you spell gorilla?
They did that on Beast versus Beast. They did
G-O
Tiger versus bear.
R-I-L-L-A.
2 L's. Didn't know that. Tiger, I can spell that. And bear. And we're talking about a grizzly?
Yeah, I believe it was grizzly bears.
Okay.
They did it on that, and it honestly convinced me because I always would have thought a tiger could have beaten a bear, and then they were like, no, a bear's claws are designed to break spines.
Here we go. I think the order of kick-assness here, right? The George St. Pierre of this is the bear, right? Then the gorilla, then the tiger. A gorilla beats a tiger.
I don't know. I think a tiger might. Tigers are huge, dude. A gorilla might beat a lion.
Dude, a gorilla is so fucking strong. And no, a gorilla grab a fucking tiger, and their teeth. How big a gorilla? Gorilla's teeth are the same size as like a tiger's.
No
teeth.
shot,
Buddy.
Have you ever seen a tiger?
Have you ever seen a gorilla?
Yes, I've been to zoos. When was the last time you went to a zoo?
Can I see a tiger? Can I see a gorilla's teeth, please? And then what's the? And then I want to see Kara's tits. Again, we're going back to. Don't forget that, George.
But
You're
anyway,
very busy today. I'm
back to
paying you
the Nate Diaz, Jake Paul thing.
Yes.
So what these guys did was they saw a hole in the market. Both Jake and Logan Paul. Nobody's paying to watch them fight. People are paying to watch them lose. Floyd Mayweather retired. There was a hole in the market, and when Floyd Mayweather retired, people were not paying millions and millions of dollars to watch somebody fail. Essentially, what these guys did was they saw Floyd Mayweather for fucking over a decade come out on Cinco de Mayo wearing a sombrero to a mariachi band and beating the shit out of a fucking Latin person. And then he retired, and they go, I bet we could do that. Because people are not paying to watch them win or even fight or even this freak show aspect.
No.
They're paying to watch the Paul brothers get beat up.
Yeah, that's why. Listen, that's why when he comes out, everybody's booing, and it's like the chants are "fuck Jake." It's similar to Skankfest. It's the fights. It's like the fights we have at Skankfest, where like everyone wants to watch Harrington beat the shit out of Dylan. We're like, it's the same thing. I mean, we're not as big as they are, but we're getting there. Okay, these are
Now pull up a fucking tiger.
Wait a second. I'd like to see a perspective shot of the whole mouth, because from this angle, that fucking thing has disgusting teeth. Let me see it. I want to see it. Give me a full gorilla.
You don't think it goes to the dentist enough?
If they got the zoo, they take care of their teeth. Give me a gorilla. When they're like screaming.
It's probably smoking Lucky
Give me
Strikes.
that. Give me holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean that is
okay.
scary.
That's the gorilla.
Okay.
Everybody, put a mental image here. If you're not watching on YouTube, by the way, thank you for liking and subscribing on YouTube. Thank you for the 5-star ratings and reviews on iTunes. Please like and subscribe right now. We want to have you with us, and I'll tell you what I'll be doing with Patreon in a second, which may be taking a pause. Back to the gorillas, please. There's a gorilla. How much does this fucking thing weigh? 400 pounds?
1,300 pounds.
No.
Oh, no, its bite force is 1,300 pounds per square inch.
Bite 1,300 pounds per square inch. Now give me a tiger.
That's like me on some Twizzlers.
Let me see a tiger here.
Dude,
A bear fucks them both up. There's no
It's
chance.
about the claws, I think.
The bear, it's about the claws. The bear's the strength. The bear can fucking move. The bear is the ultimate animal. Nothing beats the bear. Okay, here's a tiger. What does a tiger weigh?
I think more than a fucking gorilla.
But here's the thing: the gorilla has thumbs. You understand what I'm saying?
It doesn't know how to really use them. They've had thumbs.
What are you talking about? You ever see a fucking doesn't know how to use them? They use them better than us. They fucking fly from the trees.
They use them better than us. They have
What?
an iPhone.
They could. They taught
Could
that
they?
one.
They've had thumbs on. They have 4 thumbs, 0 iPhones.
Yeah, but I'm saying they don't have the dexterity, but they can fly. The way they go from fucking tree to tree, they never fall. They're all.
I bet sometimes they fall. You just don't see that.
George,
They edit
can
it
you
out.
settle this as a Latin person who's closer to an animal than we are? Can you? Jesus
Christ,
Can you settle? What do you think? Give me the order here.
Jelly Roll's gonna fire fucking Josh for that.
I hope he does. Oh, by the way, Josh goes like this to me. He texted me the other day. He goes, "Hey man, I'm the fittest person on this tour." I go, "Really? You're the fittest person on the Jelly Roll tour? You don't say, buddy."
What a weird text.
What a weird
Unprompted.
text. Unprompted. George.
So between a tiger and a gorilla, I would go gorilla
Yeah.
because I think a gorilla has the force to be able to like push off the tiger, so.
What do gorillas eat? Fucking bananas and shit.
Doesn't matter because the way their body
tigers eat fucking gorillas.
doesn't matter. The way their body converts vegetable matter to protein is like different. Same as a rhinoceros. Some of the strongest animals on Earth are vegetarians, are herbivores. So
All I'm saying is, which has more of the killer instinct, is going to be the tiger.
Yeah,
Plus,
but
they have fucking knife hands.
but that's different. That's when they're like hunting, and it's different when they're hunting. Like the gorillas have to defend their territory, and they get into these like fucking fists. They're like in a prison yard all the time. Tigers are not.
Tigers are solitary predators that just kill everything in sight.
I'll fuck you up.
Are you saying you're a gorilla and I'm a tiger?
That's exactly what I'm saying, everybody. What do you think about the bear versus the gorilla? We all agree the bear is like nothing's fucking with the bear, right?
Yeah, bear 100%.
Bear 100%.
Well, they're significantly larger.
Let me see a grizzly bear. A grizzly bear is the most fucking formidable animal. I think
a polar bear is
bear
bigger,
is
yeah.
like a polar bear is like the biggest badass because they're white and they have like that mentality like we got to keep this shit going.
Yeah, they're colonizers.
right. That's what they're doing.
They're trying to get the gold out of you.
There's the clip for the week.
Yeah.
I want to see the grizzly bear, please.
Yeah, that thing's fucking everything up.
When they scream, that sound.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that movie, The Bear? Remember that movie where it was like
Edge? Edge? Where
No.
was-
That
That's
one was
also
cool
a
too.
bear movie.
No, this is one. It was like a Disney movie, and it was about this cub bear that gets separated from.
Yeah, I do
but it
remember
was
that.
like they used like these. There's a part where
It was
like
a nature film, right?
It wasn't a nature film. It was like a Disney movie, and it was like there were hunters in it who separated the.
But it was an actual bear. It wasn't a cartoon.
It was a real bear.
Yeah, I do.
And
I
there's
vaguely
that.
remember this.
There's
existing.
that. Can you go to the movie The Bear, and then there should be like a shot of like the bear screaming in the
Not the terrible
hunter's
Hulu
face.
show.
No, there's the movie The Bear.
Uh-huh.
I think it's Disney, but like the bear movie.
Then there's a movie called Jack the Bear
screaming.
with Danny DeVito.
What is he?
He's a fucking single dad, I think.
All right, this fight. You ready? Danny DeVito versus Joe Pesci. 2 midget Italians. What do we think?
In their primes?
When were they ever either in a prime?
I think.
Look at those two guys.
So here's the thing. I think Danny DeVito better shape when he's in Always Sunny than in like Screwed.
What, better
or
shape
Batman.
of round?
No, he looks like a stocky dude now. Like whereas he looked like a fat weirdo. Actually, no. Danny DeVito in Taxi versus Joe Pesci in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
I think Danny DeVito in Taxi.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I think 100%.
I
He looks like a stronger dude.
I think what he does is he just like crosses out and like rolls into him, hits him with his head.
No, I think he's
Like
just.
a bowling ball.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think. I really wanted you to see this bear screaming. This is like, I want everybody to hear this. Is it coming up at all? You'll see the. Oh my God. Oh yes. Watch this. Watch when he comes right in his face. Now, this bear's an actor, right? This is a trained bear, but if you have to play the role, okay, this is a fucking legit live bear.
Yeah, this predates green screen.
Absolutely. This is like 90s. Watch when he screams right in his face, dude. This used to scare the. Here he goes. Dude, because he fucks with his cub. Oh, this is the female. Buddy? Yeah, dude. And then he takes mercy on him because you know why?
Because it's a Disney movie?
Because animals are not malicious pieces of shit like we are. Right? They don't hunt just for cruelty. They have a soul.
House cats do.
That is true. House cats kill more things than anything in the world. Science, baby.
No, that's not true.
That
Mosquitoes
bear.
do.
That imagine acting with that bear. Like the guys.
I would not do that.
Of course, you would not do that.
Not do that. I'm not riding a horse. Nothing.
You really?
No.
I ride horses.
I am very much from New York City.
Listen.
When I was younger, I maybe tried to ride a horse, I think, once. And then now, if you show me and my chick went to a donkey, it was a shelter or something. They in Aruba. They had
What I thought was coming next was like
show. Yeah, we went to a donkey show.
That's what I thought. I thought we went to Mexico.
We were gambling on the
watched
donkey
a Latin
show.
chick fuck a donkey.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, but it was in Aruba. They have this donkey preserve, and she was like kind of fine, and I was just like, we need to get out of here because they just like you just like kind of walk into this place, and then there's just these old fucking beat up donkeys running around, and like. I don't know. A couple of them bumped into me, and I'm like, "These things weigh fucking 600 pounds." We get the fuck. We were like feeding them, and it's like fine once you're like near the area where the people that run the place are. But like when you're going from the gate to there and just like kind of walking around looking at these donkeys, they could just murder you.
What kind of people are these?
Aruban?
What kind of people are like the people who like run the place with the donkeys? What are they like? We're talking about
They're like
drug
Greenpeace type of people.
Greenpeace, not like drug.
So it's like
addicts.
no, it's like these are.
It's
all,
not like the Tiger King where it's like, hey, let's hire every
these
fucking half gay guy who sucks dick for fucking meth in
these donkeys have gotten so old that they're not useful for farm work anymore. So they kind of move them to this preserve so that they don't get murdered.
I gotta say something, and I'm not swinging my dick here, right? As the Beastmaster here, I have like animals all make sense to me. Mm-hmm. They do. Animals make sense to me.
All of them.
Like some things, like I'm not afraid of them, but I don't have like a relationship with like reptiles. I'm not like here watch it, but like all animals just have always just. Like,
I feel like in another life you could be one of those guys with a snake at the beach. Like if something went sideways for you,
like a guy, the guy was
like if you had punched a guy,
like in Miami, like that guy,
or like even in Coney Island, it's like if you had punched a guy when you were like 17 and he like hit the curb and died.
Now you take a picture with my Burmese
You'd
python.
be a snake guy. Yeah,
You'd be a snake guy, like a Sergio Chacon.
Yeah.
Let's go to Himbo of the Week, everybody. Oh, you want to do gym fails first or Himbo of the Week? The gym fails are fun. I like to. Let's do the gym fails. Let's go to some gym fails. All right. Let's see what we got this week. By the way, guys, I love when you send these to me. It's himbospodcast@gmail.com. But you could just like, with these, a lot of them come off Instagram. So just send it to the Instagram. It's himbospodcast. But I love when they come from the listeners and the fans. Like, it's just so much more fun when I get them from you. And then I repost them. So these are the ones that you guys sent me this week. Here we go. Oh, this one's hilarious. What do we got? What's on that bar? Oh! What? Let me ask you a question. Why would you think that wasn't going to happen?
Yeah, that looks like...
Why would you think that wasn't going to happen?
Did he try to pivot to an upright row?
No. He's leaning back like he's like, I'm done. I'm going to lay down and use the bar to hold my weight.
Oh, he tried to stretch.
Is that not what he was doing?
Is he trying to stretch his scapula? I don't know.
No, he's like going to sit down the same way as if I lean back on this table and I
don't think
that's
No, dude, I don't look the way his head moves.
Okay.
I don't think that's what he's doing. I think he's trying to do a superset of upright rows.
Oh,
and
he's going to pull up now.
Yeah, I think he was going to do. Yeah, I think he was going to do inverted rows, body weight rows.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that makes no sense with a front squat.
Absolutely not. But great. Ooh, that fucking landed on his face. All right.
What a fucking moron.
Yeah, people do some stupid shit. It's the ones I like the best are when the people do those things where it's more like professional bodybuilders and like strength athletes. Excuse me, I got indigestion. If Josh isn't here, I cover for all the things that he does, like burping and farting.
Jesus.
When they do things like
bimbo paradise.
I'm sorry about that. When they do things like they're like, oh, like you know that guy Colm Van Moger, who was like he played Arnold in the movie. He's like this just fucking massive. He injured himself so fucking bad, went through this crazy depression. Now this like life transformation where he's like, just being really honest and humble about like where his life has gone after these injuries that have totally taken him out of bodybuilding. And this guy was like bigger than life, but he whipped his fucking bicep off the bone twice by doing that thing where it's like him and his buddy have 3 fucking 45-pound plates on each side, and they're like, let's lift this together. It's when they do stupid shit like that they end up getting really fucking injured. But here, one of these is an example of that. Let me see what we got. Oh, no, this is great. This one is...
First of all, I can already
Go
tell.
ahead. You just talk. I'll let you talk.
What is... I already know that this guy's about to break his fucking shoulders. What a fucking idiot.
This could be... This is one of the worst things I've ever seen. Look at this. It's like you're going to... First of all, you're going to destroy your spine by doing it. Look at the weights on the fucking bar, dude. They're not even on.
First of all, can we throw this out there? This is clearly a third world country. No one is wearing shoes in the gym.
But that makes sense.
It is all like Indian guys. This is like India or something, or like fucking.
Yeah, but they have some of the. India has some of the best fucking bodybuilding. Like the Middle East and India has some of the best.
They're into
like
it.
Now they're in now, but
it's like,
this is not there.
But I think that knowledge is expensive.
Okay.
Like not everybody has access to trainers. I guess everybody has the internet now. You should know that is like that guy's back is ruined. Why would you fucking do that to yourself just to get that weight up?
That's insane. And then the other guy grabbing his shoulders and pushing on his back. He's like, yeah, let me help you break this more. The next one is the one I'm talking about where it's like just the dude. This is the stupid shit.
Oh, this is what I used to see in like Bensonhurst.
This is the shit that dudes do. And it's like, this is where they fuck themselves up permanently.
So hold on, before you push play on this, when I was going to the gym, I used to go to at like 2 in the, I had to start going at 2 in the morning because I couldn't deal with the fucking stupid Italians and Russians in deep Brooklyn.
Why?
So they're just.
It's real, bro.
I'm talking about you'd go into the gym and a guy would be sitting on would be standing on the seat of a military press. This is when traps first came in vogue, like big traps.
Yeah.
And like dudes would be standing on the fucking military press machine with massive amounts of plates on either side doing shrugs.
Right.
In the military press machine. And I'm talking about like half of the machines in the fucking gym were being used for shrugs. And I was like, I walked up to the dip station once. I was doing and I was like, hey, you guys, it was a bunch of guys, fucking young Italian kids, just like clearly getting ready for spring break. And I was like, you guys got a lot of sets left? And there's 5 guys there. And they go, we have 10 sets left. I was like, so 2 each, right? So I'll come back in a few minutes. And they go, no, we have 10 sets each left. And I go, you're all doing, you've been here for a while. I waited a few minutes to ask, and now you're each doing 10 more sets of dips. Go to the park. Why are you in a gym?
By the way, you're not at the point where you're doing 10 cents of something. You're not really doing anything anymore.
Yeah, first of all,
you're working against gains like after that 5th set.
They had dip belts in the fucking gym. Like it's like you could have just thrown some weight on the dips.
Just throw some fucking weight on it.
Like what are you doing?
How many dips can you do if you're just doing 1 set straight through?
At least 15.
Mm-hmm.
On parallel bars, at least 15, maybe 20. I haven't done them in a while because I fucked up my shoulder, but I bet I could still bang out 20. I used to do sets of 12, and then I would try to get as close to a V-sit as I could get and hold it for as long as I could.
I got you.
I'd do 5 sets of 12.
That's good. That's really good. Go ahead. Let's put this on, please. This is where people do this stupid fucking mook shit.
Oh, what a moron.
Even if that went the way...
Good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
You okay?
Yeah, we're good. Great.
See that guy's leg?
Look, fuck the... Even if this worked out and they did what they wanted to do, which was what?
Good.
Press it straight up and then put it down? Like, what were you going to do? What were you going to do?
It's all for like an Instagram post, and now you're that kid. I don't know how old that kid is, but there's a good chance that guy never fucking.
It's the shit.
Like that injury is going to be nagging him. Like
your shoulder will be fucked up forever.
Yeah, my shoulder is hurting right now looking at this.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I see this shit. I see people do this shit in gyms all the time, and it's like you honestly, like you watch like these like. There's like these fitness influencers who are like, they put like legitimate great information out and they know what they're doing, and then they'll do some stupid shit like that, and it's like that's it. Their biceps were like ripped off the fucking bone.
So I used to flip a big tire. I mean, I still do it sometimes, but down at the park.
Don't call her that. Get it?
Got it.
Okay.
No, but I used to flip one of those really big tires down at the fucking parade grounds, and I would do calisthenics afterwards. And I'd be there doing this thing. And somebody would come, and they'd be like, "Can I jump in?" And they'd film. I'd do like 5 sets of 12, and then somebody would come in and fucking be like, "Can I jump in?" And they'd flip this tire twice, film themselves, and just leave.
Yeah, everyone's doing it for the gram, baby.
But what are you doing? Like, why would you do that? You're
For
just
the
lying
gram.
to people.
For the gram. Oh, really? I'm sorry. Everything you see on social media isn't real? With the fucking...
Speaking of which, find me a small-titted woman named Kara.
Can we get that, please? Where's a small-titted woman named Kara? Let's go to...
I pulled up the 3 most popular Karas.
All right, here we go. I'm excited about this.
Here's the first
That's
one.
gotta be
Wait,
a C.
hang on a second. Who is this?
Kara Gabriella.
Gabriella?
Who is she?
Fairfield County?
No idea, but she has
That's Virginia.
a lot of followers.
Can we go to some posts, please? And then I want to write her a letter. Where is she?
Only 12,000 actually.
Oh,
and Greenwich. and
Creating
Palm
my
Beach.
dream life, fashion designer, mom. Nah,
Oh,
we're
Justin
out.
is going to be
Mom.
in the DMs.
Go down. Can we go down? I'm not. Can we go down? Great. Okay. So far, Chris is not
Fantastic.
wrong about this. Chris
Yeah.
is not wrong about this.
Yeah.
That's a hot mom.
Now
Okay.
find me the least popular person named Kara on Instagram and see what her titties look like.
I'll tell you where she is. She's the fucking chick who worked at my boarding school. Let me.
But you said she had big titties.
Wait, he found 3. I want to see the other two. Yes, you're right. She did have big titties, but she's definitely not popular. She had big
So
titties
here's
and she
the
was
next
missing
one.
it.
I mean, those are big titties.
Those are great.
Yeah.
Can I see more? Go up on the right. Let me see. Go through. Let's see.
She pronounces her name Kara, too. It says it in the
Is that her
bio.
mom? Her mom's got the. She has the same tattoo as her mom. Or is that one of those old people? She did like one of the app things.
That's one of the filters.
Okay, I see that. Let's go. That shot definitely in the middle is the one. Those are. Yep. Chris is not wrong on this
That's
one
right.
either.
Theory,
These are-
theory going. If
There
you're a
it is.
small-breasted woman named Kara, let us know in the comments on YouTube.
Yep. Please.
Or
Oh
if you know-
wow!
if you know a
Wow!
small
Wow!
breasted
Look at the
woman.
right. Go to the right.
Yeah.
Go to the right, George. Top right. Okay.
She's good looking.
She's very good looking. I like a fucking thick chick like that. Okay, next. She looks great there. Okay, next one. Let me see what we got.
You know, you say that, Justin.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What do you just have to be like fucking insanely hot with this name?
Well, I mean, he did find that.
She's on the cover of Elle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also searched 42 million followers. What a loser. Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. There. They all have big racks.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. Well, small-titted chicks named Kara, please
Yeah,
send us pictures.
Send us
of
pictures of
your,
your small tits.
your fucking tiny little boobs. Let us go to Himbo of the Week now. I forgot who it is this week. I think it's a chick. Who do we have? Oh, I'm surprised. I'm shocked that I haven't done this yet. Larry Wheels is one of the strongest human beings on earth right now. He's one of these guys. Do you know who he is?
No.
Fitness influencer. He's got a great YouTube channel that's like blowing up. You see him do stuff with like the world's strongest man. He does these PRs that he's got world records for this shit, and he does these like fits of strength where like he'll squeeze like the arm wrestlers have this grip strength machine where like it shows how hard your grip strength is, and he'll like he'll come close to like the world record on these things.
Okay.
He's in his 20s. I think he's like
That
25.
guy's 20?
He's like 25, and
His neck vein looks about 70.
watch. And I just picked up a few of these. He is this guy.
He looks like one of the screaming dudes
he's
in Ren and
squatting.
Stimpy.
Okay, this
Remember
is
Ren and Stimpy when the men would when like humans would scream and their neck veins would bulge?
yeah,
That's
of
what
course.
this guy
And the
looks
eyes
like.
pop out. What is he lifting? 900. What is it? What is the 410? Is that kilos? 900 pounds would be 410 kilos. Is that about?
That sounds about right.
That's okay. Here we go. Squatting 900. Let's go. Dude, he's no fucking joke, dude. Go to the next one. And he seems like this. Like, he's a fucking monster, man.
I don't know if I'd call that guy a himbo.
He's Himbo of the Week, my friend. He 100% is. Go to the other ones with him. I put like 3 on there. I think I did. Watch this. Okay, these are 200-pound dumbbells, and he's popping these shits up for reps.
Jesus.
Banging them out. Holy shit, is he fucking strong, man. Weighing in at a slim 255. He was on a bunch of steroids, and now
what
he
is
just
this
went.
neon gym he's in.
I don't know. It looks really fucking cool though. Looks like a Molly gym.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. What the fuck is that gym?
I mean, like
It's like one of those day parties where they like throw the powder all over you.
Yeah. No, because I was looking at it and I go, what is this, a Planet Fitness? And then I go, I see the fucking graffiti in the background and then the colorful fan. And I'm like, what is this fucking gym?
Probably Brazil. Let me see. Just go to his page, man. But like, you should check him out. Like, he's fucking inspiring. He's like a nice dude. He does just.
But he's also a freak athlete.
What's he benching right there? What's he right there on the second one? Let me just see what he's benching right here. What is this?
675.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I mean, he's wearing wraps, though.
Oh, yeah. What a loser. Anyway, he's no joke. Larry Wheels, everybody. Check him out. Can you tell me if there's this chick? You see the one where it says Danny B? Tell me if you know what schmoing is, right?
No.
Like, you like fucking schmo out on like the fit chicks. You didn't see that documentary?
Schmoing?
What's the documentary about that bodybuilder girl who like killed Killer Sally, and like the guys hire her to like it's kind of like sort of sexual, and like she like
they
beats
beat her
him
up?
Right. We call it schmoing out, but me and Josh like to schmo out on like fit chicks. There's this chick. She lives in my neighborhood. Her name is Danny B. I just want to see who's schmoing out on the but she's kind
We're
of
literally
awesome.
looking at pictures of a chick who lives in your neighborhood.
She's a social media fitness influencer, and I'm showing you her, but she's very fucking cool. Go to this page for me, George. Go to the one second one right in the middle. She does these like cool fucking like aerobic athletic things where she's like doing gymnastics just down the street, but she can do some fucking cool shit. Cute chick. Give me a few of these. Go back to it. Let me see. No, she's got cooler ones than that. What else we got? Let's go through. Just go through. Yeah. Go to that one where she's with the dog. What's she doing with the dog? Yeah, she's just like this like cool New York chick who does like all this acrobatic shit. I'll see her doing like muscle ups on like Jesus.
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
That is really impressive. It's all like body weight, body strength shit, but she's got a rescue pit bull there. So I'm probably gonna bump into her one day, I think. You think? George? Think?
Oh, you don't actually know her.
I don't know her. I'm showing her. I'm like giving her some fucking love and some props here.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's
How many followers does she have?
I don't know.
89,000.
Keep going. Go
She's
through.
doing all right.
I want to see a few more.
So this is the second himbo of the week? What is this?
No, I'm seeing if we're schmoing out on this girl.
Oh,
or
okay.
not,
She's
right?
pretty attractive.
She's strong as shit, dude. This like body weight stuff. Look at that.
So you want her to like yoke you out?
No, I'm just sort of like observing her, and I'm like, yeah, she's a fit, strong chick. She's got a rescue pit bull. Maybe we're supposed to be married. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't understand
Maybe
what's
you're supposed to be
confusing here.
Maybe you're supposed to be married. It's true.
Anyway,
She could probably do more dips than you.
100% she can do more dips than me. I'm so fucking injured. We have some questions here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you and I could talk about our fucking injuries because it comes up here.
Mm-hmm.
Someone sent me this on Instagram. They said, I'm trying to lose weight for the first time, never exercised. What's better, cardio or weight training? I'll let Chris answer first, and then I'll give...
He's trying to lose weight?
I don't know if it's a man or woman. I'm trying to lose weight for the first time. I think they mentioned that they were, like, overweight. Mm-hmm. Never exercised. What's better, cardio or weight training?
I mean, the best thing is first of all, as somebody who's lost weight multiple times and has kept it off at this point for 8 years, whatever you're going to do is the best exercise. Like, find a thing you like, try everything, and if you do find that you like cardio, understand that you also need to weight train a little bit.
Both.
You need both, for sure.
My answer is both.
Yeah, you absolutely need both, because the fact of the matter is like, without weight training, this is something I say if this is a man, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, women need some sort of resistance training.
What
as
you're
well.
about to say is going to hold true to both.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
it's like, you're not going to see gains with just cardio ever. Like, you're not going to see them quickly, at least. It's going to take fucking forever. Now, it might be slightly healthier for you long term, especially if you're doing something like kind of low impact long term, like fucking row machine or something, or swimming. But it will take forever for you to like look at yourself in the mirror and go, I notice a definite change. Particularly if you're a man. Pick up some fucking dumbbells and do some fucking shoulder presses and fucking curls, or just do pull-ups. Just do pull-ups. Fucking, and in 6 weeks you'll go, take your shirt off, and you'll go, I see a difference. And that is going to be the thing that keeps you going. Preferably in those 6 weeks, don't be around any women you know, and then all of a sudden be around those women in a slightly better fitting shirt than you had been wearing, and seep in those compliments, and then you will continue to exercise.
I think the answer is you have to do both. Like, you're, of course, by doing lots of cardio and dieting, of course, you're going to like,
You'll lose weight.
Fat's going to fly off of you.
Also, cardio,
however,
if you're really trying to lose weight, cardio on an empty stomach first thing in the morning.
There's the science. I used to think that, and that has been so scientifically disproved that fasted cardio makes any difference.
Really?
Yeah.
Worked for me. But maybe it was just because I was getting out and running at first thing in the
It's
morning.
because you're getting out first thing in the morning and you feel that. I think mentally it makes a difference because you feel that feeling of depletion in your body, and then it's like you can hold that fast longer. Because fasting definitely like does a lot for you. But there's been like you're not burning any more calories on a fasted cardio than you are on regular. I still do it fasted, but like this, I still prefer to do it the way you're saying it. I'm saying I do what you do, but there's,
I don't actually
there's
do that anymore. But when I was like actively trying to go from like 295 pounds to fucking 200 pounds.
And listen, when you come back from a fasted run and you're in shit, you're like, Jesus Christ,
You look
do I
good.
look fucking shredded?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
look
I'm like at 6% right now. But it's got to be both, because here's the other thing is like if you've never exercised before and then you're going to start like doing cardio, like your joints are going to take a bit of a beating and there's not enough muscle structure to support to support the joints. So doing both, absolutely. And also when you're gaining muscle, that muscle is staying on your body throughout the day, which is burning more calories. Like the bigger and stronger you are, the more calories you're burning. So it's absolutely both. And it's also like just doing cardio every day, it's like that's going to be boring as shit. It's fun to learn a bunch of new things. And
Well, it depends. I mean, if you're doing boxing cardio, you might have fun with it.
No, I
if
get
you're
that.
doing jiu-jitsu, which
I get that.
is also resistance training.
100%. But also, but like straight up, also like with jujitsu, and there's like I'm standing and I'm looking at like 5 jujitsu fighters like in the other room right now. Like at the same time, like that kind of resistance with the amount of stretching and twisting, it's like because it's not controlled and it's not just like targeted, you're gonna like you can put on a bunch of injuries. Like you need to have some musculature and some like initial flexibility.
Yeah, especially if you're a bigger guy and they're putting you up against bigger guys.
Sure. Or even if you're just like rolling lightly, like all that fucking twisting, like you need some sort of structure there. It can't just be like fucking Play-Doh. But the other thing I was going to say was in the beginning, the gains that no one makes bigger gains than newbie gains. Like Lewis was on last week, right? And we were talking about this, and he was talking about like when he first got into shape, he was just like, in the beginning, especially if you're like a fatter dude who's losing weight, like we were saying, like the body types.
Yeah, you plateau after a while.
No, I was gonna say the body types, like someone who was like heavier, fat wise, as opposed to someone who's like I'm a skinny, frail rail, and I'm gonna try to put muscle on. That guy's you're gonna that muscle's just gonna like you're gonna touch weights and it's just like it just pops out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
Well, it's there. You're lugging around all the weight.
You ever see like fat guys' legs? Like we were talking about like Jay's legs. And like his calves are.
That's why he always wears shorts.
His calves are insane. Shane, like all my friends. Shane's not fat, but it's like
Shane also
all
plays
my
football.
Right, all my big friends though, like who are like bigger, and you're like these are like just heavier dude. Their fucking calves are like Jay's legs are ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's no fat on them, and it's just like he's just got these fucking cows, man. But the answer I think is doing both, and I think it's there's the sense of like accomplishment you feel. And self-empowerment and like how pivotal it is in your life. And Lewis was saying this last week, and I appreciate it. He was like, it was like one of the things in his life that like became a benchmark for how he can approach other things. You know that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know it.
It's dedication.
Yeah. You learn this discipline. You learn like there's like this feeling of like for me personally, like the things like what we do has got so much hardship involved in it. And there's so many times I feel like defeated or a sense of despair. And then I'll like focus that stuff on the gym or I'll focus that stuff on like my body. And I don't mean like in a vain way. I'm like the fact that like this is like this organism that I understand and have a relationship and can manipulate and like work with. It's like it focuses me. Like I don't think there's anything like that physical discipline. It's like it's primal, man.
Well, it's also this thing where it's like if you know you can do this one thing, like I very rarely don't exercise if like I'm on the road doing stand-up, despite the fact that you're eating like shit and you fucking drinking and shit. If I go, well, no matter how drunk I get, I'm going to that hotel gym tomorrow and doing something.
Oh, we've worked out. What was that thing you were doing?
Which thing?
With the weighted bats, the shit that
like
the Turkish,
the kind of fucking Iron Sheik swings.
What is that shit? That shit was
It's great for your
insane.
fucking. It's great for rotational power in your shoulders. I just like got into like a lot of like I was
Explain it. It's like a weighted bat.
Yeah, and you
George will do it.
I mean, like just look up videos of the Iron Sheik swinging the wooden clubs. It's the same kind of shit.
Goddamn, was he strong?
Fucking crazy.
Cokehead. Like a fucking insane
Crackhead.
coke. No, really?
Yeah, he got caught smoking crack with Hacksaw Jim Duggan under a bridge.
Those guys are fucking nuts.
And they got in trouble not for smoking crack, but because the Iron Sheik was a bad guy and Hacksaw Jim Duggan was a good guy. And then the cop and they made the newspaper that they were hanging out together, and that's why they got suspended.
What do they call it? They broke. What is it called?
Kayfabe.
Why is it called that? You know,
It's carny talk.
Carny talk.
Yeah, like this kind of shit.
Holy shit. And this is him. I saw him doing it when he was younger.
Yeah.
What do those weigh? 40 pounds?
Those are wood, so they're probably only like 25, 30. But I have some 15-pound metal ones in my house that I do shit like this with. And it's just, I've had to like not use them that much lately, but it really is like, it's also like you can get like so much done so quickly with something like that because
because it's so functional.
Yeah, it's you can move at a cardio pace. You know what I mean? So you're getting your
course.
cardio and your strength
No,
training.
you were
in the same
doing it.
exercise.
You were doing it when we were in that hotel gym with like the body weight bars, which is probably even harder because
they're longer.
Because they're longer, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, you and I are gonna love this next one. Justin, I'm banged up with little nagging injuries, just like you. Can you go a little deeper into the peptides?
That's what he calls his girlfriend.
Can you go a little deeper into the peptides, PT, ice baths, and solutions that have worked for you? Well, me and Chris are both pretty fucking banged up here.
Yeah.
So Chris has got. Go ahead. Give the injury list because I'm banged up as well.
Well, no, I mean, most of them are from fucking various car accidents on a bicycle, but like, I have a couple slip discs in my back. I just have a completely torn labrum in my right fucking shoulder, and it's like PT, I guess, and fucking I have tennis elbow from falling off a skateboard going downhill.
The tennis elbow I have tennis and golfer's elbow. Mm-hmm. I got it 20 years ago from like it started from catching punches when I was training boxing. Mm-hmm. You know, from just like catching punches on the pads. Like just imagine like you're catching hooks. Like catching straight punches is fine. But
but it's just your wrist snapping back.
It wasn't
right?
my wrist and my elbow going this way.
Oh, I see.
So that's when I got
So
that.
for me, it was like I landed all my body weight going downhill on a
Right.
longboard, bang, like this, and it just.
So the cortisone injection is the reason my eye is fucked up because I have that one in like 1% of people. For people who don't know this, I talk about it all the time. In 1% of people, cortisone can cause this reaction where it like detaches your retina. So I have like fluid leaking in my retina. I have to get needles in my eyeballs once.
Now
a
you know
month.
how all those girls feel.
It's just now I know. So it's like and it's tennis elbow and golfer's elbow. So it's the inside, the outside. I'm telling you, dude, like going like this, like taking this cup and like putting it to my mouth, like that hurts. Turning doorknobs open hurts. So it's like PT is sort of helpful. The peptides have been hugely helpful. The BP 157 and the TB 500.
Yeah, you got me on that. I'll be honest, and I think it's doing what I got off fucking TRT, and I think I'm feeling the better effects from that stuff. I'm feeling the way everybody says that TRT feels, and I did not like it when I was doing I was doing a moderate dose, and I was like, I do not like my emotional state.
Why? What was it doing?
I don't know, man. I was just getting
swings.
I didn't like it, man.
I never found that with it, but
and I wasn't really seeing gains on it either. I don't know, man. Like I just like I like, and it was this funny thing where it's like I feel like it kind of got out that I had done some, and then all of a sudden,
out to who? Who gives a fuck?
I don't know, but it was all of a sudden a couple of people made some comments, and I'm like, first of all, let me be clear. I lost the weight and got in better shape during COVID before this.
Yeah,
and it was because I was bored and not drinking because drinking in your house is depressing and corny.
It's what I did entire quarantine.
Yeah. Well,
drinking and sniffing things I'm sober now.
I was doing some drugs, but I just was not. Just something about I did Real Ass Podcast. Shannon, remember that giant Real Ass Podcast we did? She's in there. She's not listening.
So we could put her on.
We did one with like there was 20 of us on, and I woke up like we were there for 4 hours.
Shannon, here, put her headphones
on. Shannon, you remember that Real Ass Podcast we did?
She can't hear
she can't hear me yet. Okay, well,
I think she's ignoring you.
That's fine.
Oh, here she is. Oh, the beautiful Shannon.
Hey, Shannon.
Hi.
Remember that Real Ass Podcast we did? I didn't even really. I thought you could just hear me. So, but we did this Real Ass Podcast with like there was like 15 of us on, and we did almost like 5 hours during the quarantine on Zoom.
Oh yes, there were more than one of those. There were a couple.
I did maybe one or two of those, but I was so hungover after that I was like, I'm not drinking in my house anymore. There's something about like I got up from my desk and passed out in my bed and woke up in the same room that I was like drinking in, and I was like, I can never. That's why I lost all the weight. I was like, I'm not drinking at home anymore. This is ridiculous.
You just hit the wall.
That was that. It was like 3 weeks into quarantine too, I think.
Yeah,
I was just like, I'm done.
On.
I'm not drinking on Zoom like an asshole. Fucking crazy. Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you, Shannon. The BP 157 helped me tremendously. And someone asked a question. They go, "Hey," and I'm saying this. Let me just say this. Someone goes, "Hey, price-wise, this seems impossible." And my answer was this. I said, "Listen, there are ways that if you dig into this a little bit, which I'm going to be honest about, you can find legitimate prescriptions for things at rates that are a lot lower cost."
Sure.
I'm not going to explain the process of doing it or how I do that, but it's like if you dig into that a little bit, these are not illegal substances at all. These are not. I'm not telling anybody to take illegal. These are not illegal substances. How you go about getting those medications, you have to understand how the pharmacies, they are marking these things up tremendously. There are ways to undercut that. So I'm not going to give advice on how to do that.
Well, I mean, everybody listening who's going, well, you're getting shady stuff is like, understand
you don't have to get shady stuff.
At some point, you bought Percocet at a rave from some guy.
Correct. But there's ways to do that. If you dig in a little bit and you go on a forum and you look for something like, legitimate ... and then you find reviews, you will find what you were looking for you will find the exact same stuff that is being marked up by some pharmacy that's like, all right, we'll just do this for you without you having to do the process of what I'm saying to do right now. But you'll find it at rates that are like fractions of that, which is like what most people I think what most people do. But I found BP 157 to be incredibly helpful.
It helped me with this shoulder injury.
The TB 500, the TB 500 made me exhausted.
Yeah, I had to cut that.
It made me peptides just make you tired. Like, growth hormone can also make you tired,
but
peptides
also, I'm going to throw this out there for you. Both of those things enhance the efficacy of benzodiazepines. Justin,
what?
Both of those peptides.
What do you mean? Like if you take them in conjunction with benzos,
it will make the benzos. And I only say this because I'm stereotyping you as a Jew.
I'll take a Xanax every now and then.
Yeah,
to help me sleep.
So it might be what's making you more tired with
No, because I did listen. No, I'm very infrequently do I do that. I'm not like a benzo guy. Like I do that very infrequently if I just
your chain
can't
says
sleep.
otherwise.
What my chain? I should just get a fucking benzo pill on the end of this. No, but I think TB 500. I was just like I couldn't wake up. It was just like I found that when I was taking HGH like for my leg, I was really really tired because it's the pituitary gland, which that's active at night, and that's where these substances are all in your body anyway, and they're being released at night through your sleep.
So is DMT. I wouldn't take that for an injury.
I understand that, but I'm saying like those.
Well, maybe a mental injury.
You're trying to mimic what the pituitary gland is doing at just like a larger frequency, so that it's beneficial for you and it's efficacious. However, it's at nighttime when you're sleeping is when those things are released, so it has the effect of making you tired. But I didn't find that on BP 157. I found BP 157 to be like very manageable. Like I didn't find any mental difference with that. There is this cream called Voltaren gel.
I use that,
which is I introduce
well. Also,
you
I'll be honest.
Diclofenac.
Yeah. But I think also the guy.
What?
Here's a crazy thing. My buddy D was having some real issues with tennis elbow, and his wrist was all fucked up. And then the guy from Zia Farm sent me a bunch of that rattlesnake oil that he makes. It's just like it's a cannabis topical. And honestly, I've been using it a little bit. My buddy swears by it. He's gotten a couple bottles off me now, and I've been using it. I don't know. I throw when I have an injury, I throw so much at it that like I just don't know. Actually, like so, like when I was having because I had a couple of slip discs because I essentially you got
into a bad bike accident.
Yeah, I got like run over by an e-bike. I hit a door and then fell, was hurt, and then got run over by an e-bike who couldn't slow down fast enough. And I had a couple of fucking discs get all fucked up in my back. And I had this sciatica, which wasn't painful, but it was just like this fucking constant itch in my fucking thigh.
Like a buzzing?
That I could not get to. Yeah.
Like a buzzing?
And I threw everything at it, and I'm 90% sure the thing that fucking fixed it was the inversion table, but I was going to cryotherapy and fucking eating turmeric and fucking rubbing creams on it, icing 3 times a day.
Let me tell you something. Dude, nothing, this fucking tennis elbow, I'm doing everything right. I'm going to PT, working, like nothing is fixing it. I went, Diclofenac gel, it's like it's basically an anti-inflammatory that's very powerful, and taking it topically I don't think has any like negative side effect. There's a cream and a gel. The gel is better because it's just like the viscosity of it. It doesn't absorb into your skin like as quickly, so the chemicals thing. So I was in LA and I got a friend of mine had Diclofenac 50 milligram pills.
Okay.
And he was like, and I was like, oh shit, this is the same stuff that I'm taking topically. He goes like, yeah, I've got this really fucked up back. He's like, why don't you try one of these? But be careful, it could be bad on your stomach. I woke up the next day and like you know how you notice like an injury's gone where you're like you're like, oh, I just didn't think about that today. That's always how it works, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, by the end of the day, I was like, oh shit. I went to the grocery store and I carried like, you know, the big like the Costco thing of like water, like 32 waters. I was like, I carried that upstairs with my left hand. So I got it from my doctor and he was like, you have to be careful because this can rip your fucking stomach lining out from just taking 2 pills. So he's like, he goes, check your stool to make sure it's not black, so there's not blood in it. Take it with Pepsi. Everybody's gonna like respond differently, but,
if you take it with Pepto, makes your shit black.
He said take it with Pepsi to AC to ease your stomach, and take it with food and just monitor how it's going. But I'm telling you, like, this is like the one thing that's like making this like feel a lot better. But when it comes to fucking injuries, I do the same thing. Like, I try to stack things so I'm not throwing everything at it at once. I'm like, let me see how this thing works, then I'll stack something on top until it like feels better. But I'm like, dude, fucking it's just aging, dude. I just turned. I've turned 47.
Yeah, I just turned 40.
Did you?
Yeah, in June.
All right. Everybody.
Yeah, we're all dying.
We're not dying.
We're dying slowly.
We're doing good.
Yeah.
I feel like. Are we doing good?
Yeah, I mean, we both still have our hair.
Yeah, dude. Chris was fucking losing his hair.
I wasn't losing my hair.
He was wearing it super
apparently, I was
short.
not losing my hair. People just thought I was losing my hair because I have one little bald spot here because I twist my hair. And I still do it. I don't know what it is.
Look at that fucking haircut right now.
It's fucking, yeah, I need
You look like one of the, you look like the Jake Paul, you look like one of the Paul brothers.
I need a fucking haircut. I also, shit. Because I fucking will twist hair, I had short hair my entire life. It's been 2 years. I still don't know how to have longer hair.
Yeah, but I was the one that told you to cut it long.
Yeah, but it looks good. Most people say it looks good. People
looks
keep
fucking
asking me
good.
what I did to get the hair back. People think I got plugs.
Yeah, because you grew it out.
Yeah, all I did was grow it out.
Yeah,
it's like it's also like it's not like my hairline is that pushed back.
No, it's great. It's good. It's full. It's not going anywhere.
Terrible look.
I'm really into. I think it's all right. I kind of dig. It's like sort of like homeless surfer guy.
Yeah.
Like but he's like from LA, but he's not like from the beach areas, from like like fucking Echo Park type of thing. I dig it. All right, everybody. I'm blown away by the Kara tit situation here.
Did you find a small-titted Kara?
I don't even want to see one. I don't even want to. If she better change her fucking name if her name's Kara.
She better get some fucking fake titties.
Wow, all three of those girls. And the gorilla, please write us in about the gorilla, lion, and, no, not lion, gorilla, tiger. Tiger's bigger than a lion.
Yeah, a lot bigger.
Gorilla,
twice the size.
tiger, bear. I say, and I think George agrees with me.
Bear.
We say bear. I say bear, gorilla, tiger. Chris says bear, tiger, gorilla. He's fucking out of his mind as far as I'm
Here's
concerned.
the actual thing, though, is that the gorilla stands upright largely to attack. That is, once you expose that belly to the fucking tiger.
Buddy, you're out of your mind. Dude, go what? Listen to me. Don't just go by what you think you know. Go on YouTube, do a little research on this. Watch gorillas fighting. Go watch these motherfuckers. They're insane. The gorilla versus the bear would be a fucking sick fight.
If you say so.
Fucking tiger can referee that shit. Because he's a bitch.
No, because he got the striped shirt already.
That was so bad. Let's just sit in the silence for a second. Right. Want to say it again?
He's got the striped shirt.
Hey, everybody. You get why a tiger's a referee?
Also, by the way, Tony the Tiger was the referee at the World Cup a few years ago, if I recall correctly, in those commercials.
I don't care. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you for liking and subscribing on YouTube. Thank you for the 5-star ratings and reviews on iTunes. Here's what I think. It is difficult while Josh is gone to pump the show the way I want to pump it and keep the Patreon going at the same time. So I think I'm going to pause Patreon, which means people who are on Patreon right now will not be charged, and I'm just going to pause everything because what I want to do is focus on keeping the quality of the show up so that I'm not sacrificing one.
You should have a tiger do that.
I'm not. I'm giving information. I'm not sacrificing one aspect of the show for the other. So I'm going to make that decision. So I don't want people who are on Patreon in the VIP section of Club Connection be like, "What the fuck? We haven't been getting our episodes." I'm going to make sure that any episodes that have not gone out, I'm going to make sure that I'll refund money for those months. But I think I'm just going to pause things because we want to focus on like getting some good sponsorships on the show, beefing this up, and like it's difficult to juggle when it's just me and Josh is out there.
Pause.
Josh. Gallivanting with Jelly Roll, being the fittest guy on the Jelly Roll tour. But check Josh out. He's like they're all across the country. He said the tour is going fucking fantastic.
He also has he texted me just now. I have the least face tats on this tour.
Fucking idiot. I love him. Chris, tell everybody what you got.
Follow me at Chris from BKOIN on Twitter and Instagram. I got the podcast, High Society Radio, and Notes of a Goon, and then I'm doing a bunch of dates with Rob Bernstein, part of his Summer Porch Tour. You go to summerporchtour.com. You can find he labels them. I'm with him on the West Coast, Portland, Idaho, and Seattle, and then we're doing one in Detroit. We're doing a couple shows in Maryland. Come to the brewery show in Maryland. I think we got all the Panties
that's
in the
a
Mouth
fun
guys on
place,
it.
dude.
Yo, I think it's me, Rob, and the Panties in the Mouth guys. Fucking Nate Marshall, Lemaire Lee,
That place
Andy
is fun.
Malfarina. Yeah, it's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be very fun. Come to that, and we'll be hanging out.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
As for me, it's at let's do this one. It's Himbos Podcast on all social media platforms, himbospodcast@gmail.com to send in the listener questions. I'll do another one of those episodes probably next week. And for me, it's at I am Justin Silver on all social media platforms, IamJustinSilver.com for show dates. I got a bunch of road stuff coming up. We got Skankfest coming up soon, so you guys are going to, what happened, George?
That's just the monitor. You just can't look at yourself. Give your plugs.
Okay, sure. I'll pick up on that. Ready?
It's back. No, it's back. You're fine.
I know.
Just do it. Just keep it going.
No.
You don't need to edit this out. Stop making more work for the kid.
Guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
We are the himbos, we are not bimbos. We are the himbos, we are not bimbos.